Hello and welcome to the first of a series of Polar videos, taking a look today at how we can do basic navigation. My name is Shane, I'm the Business Development and Education Manager here at Outcome Health. Firstly, we'll look at logging into Polar. In your browser, navigate to polarexplorer.org.au, enter your credentials and hit login. From there we'll be landing on the landing page and we can access the reports page. And here you'll see your two reports. Before we get into the Polar report themselves, I just want to quickly explain the data model that underpins them. Polar uses a patient-centered data model. This means that information recorded about a diagnosis, medication, or even practice activity is always related back to a patient and the information recorded about them. Any filters that you use in the reports will directly relate back to each individual patient. In development is a report centered around business development, so this report will be built in a similar data model but with a provider at the center of the data. Now that we had a look at the data model, let's move on to navigating. So this is the first page you'll land on when you open your clinic summary. It's the dashboard. It gives you a high-level overview of your data. On all pages you'll have the filter bar on the left and your patient count in the top left. You can add filters, and as you can see, that patient count will start reducing down. Up the top we have the menus, and the menus contain the individual pages themselves, broken up into different topics. So what we might do is we might just have a quick look at the quality page. The key functionality within the Polar system is the ability to add filters. So we can look at a visualization and click on an individual item. We can drill that down even further by clicking on the new visualization. And we can also remove those filters. There are various ways to actually select different items, so if we want to do a group selection we can click and drag. We can also click on an individual table item, and we can do a search based on the items within that particular visualization. As always, you can remove those filters as you go along. Let's say we want to have a look at how to remove or change filters that we've got. So here you can see we've got the 15 plus age group. We can actually go through and individually unselect these items. So we might have a look at our 70 plus age group. Just click the tick to confirm. And you can see the visualization has changed. We can click the cross on the filter to remove it altogether. And if we have the visualization up, we can actually drill down to just the items that we want rather than unselecting them individually in the filter list. There are a couple of other ways to actually remove filters. So the first is the undo button, which will actually remove the last added filter. And we can also use the clear all selections button, which will remove all filters. So let's take a look at the bookmarks. You can find the bookmarks up in the top right hand corner, and these are basically quick picks, so they're individual items that will quickly add filters appropriate to them to your list. So you can see there it's just added those two particular items, and we can also throw in an extra one of RSCGP active. So those bookmarks are added by Outcome Health, and they're commonly used ones that we've seen, but you can actually create your own bookmarks as well. So we can add in a quick description of the item, and that'll allow you to work out what you're selecting, but also a more detailed description as well. Once we're happy with that, we can just hit create, and you can see the filters are there, and also the bookmark is now part of your list. Now this is a private bookmark, so it's linked to your account and won't be available necessarily to everyone unless we see that common theme. And we covered this earlier, but we'll go back through it again. Just the patient list function, which is obviously one of the key functions you'll be using. So once you've managed to build your filter list and you've worked out what your patient cohort is, and here we can see we've got 474 patients. We'll just double click. That'll quickly take us to the patient list. You can see on the right hand side there is the filters, and in your version you will have an export to PDF and export to Excel function there. Unfortunately it's just not in this demo version at the moment. We'll just go back here, and we can also access it via the top right hand button there, and again you'll get your buttons turning up. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll have many more available on our website that will help you understand how best to use Polar. So thank you very much, and good day.